Now, I've already explained that the main function can take some arguments. Here the arguments are the integer called argc and char ** argv. The first one is automatically calculated. It's the number of arguments that are passed to main. The second one represents an array, that is, a sequential list of strings. Now, before I show how we can use these arguments, I want to explain the code in the 03_hello world args sample project. If you open main.c in your editor, this is what you'll see. I set up a for loop here. Don't worry about the syntax for for loops if you haven't used a C-like programming language before. This will look quite hard to understand, but it'll be explained later in this course. All you need to know is that it counts through the arguments. So in short, what it says is set the value of I, the integer, to 0, and while I is less than the count of arguments as indicated by the value of argc, add 1 to I. The effect is that it iterates through all the items in the argument array argv, and it displays the item at each index. It does that using printf, which I'll explain in a different video. Let me see it running. So I've loaded up a command prompt. If you're unfamiliar with how to use the command prompt or terminal on the Mac, see the next video in this course and I'll explain the basics of command prompts. So I'm going to enter the name of the program I want to run, 03_hello world args, and I'm going to put 2 bits of data after this. These are the arguments. I'm just going to put hello world, and these are separated by spaces. Press enter to execute the program, and this is the result. So what's happened is that the arguments, the 2 bits of data, the strings hello and world, have been passed to my program, and the program has received those in the argument argv, which, remember, represents a list, an array of strings. And the printf statement has iterated through those items inside this for loop and displayed the item at each index. Now, the first item is rather special. It happens to be the name of the program itself. I didn't pass that as an argument. That is automatically passed. So this for loop has counted 3 items. At index 0 is the name of the program. At index 1 is the first piece of data, the first argument I passed to the program, which is hello. And at index 2 is the third item, which is the string world. argc has the auto-calculated value of 3. That is done automatically, and it just represents the number of arguments, including the name of the program itself, which comes to a total of 3. Sometimes you might want to test out your program by passing arguments to it, but you don't want to go through the bother of opening up a command prompt or the terminal. Using CodeLight, I can do that by selecting my project. So that's 03_hello world args in the workspace pane here, and clicking the Open Active Project Settings icon up here. Here are my project settings, and it's got this text field under Common Settings General for program arguments. So I can just put in the arguments that I would otherwise have passed from the command prompt. So let's put in hello. I'll put in 3 dear world. Click apply, click OK, and now I can build and run my program again. Once it's built, up pops the command window, and you can see this time argc has the value 4. There are 4 arguments, including the name of the program itself, and the 3 arguments that I put into the project properties have been parsed out of the argv array and so displayed one by one at indexes 1, 2 and 3.